Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. It's no secret that Hood Champion believes from where there's smoke, there's fire, and Deontay Wilder was done wrong when he fought Tyson Fury. I believe he was done wrong in all three fights. Just my opinion. I'm entitled to my opinion. Daniel Kinahan, Tyson Fury. I'm not the only one who thinks that. Now, for all y'all UK boys out there, FAFO, messing with Hood Champion about this. Because you guys have no facts. You have emotion. And I'm tired of seeing y'all come in the comments, talk out your cockleholes. Nobody wants to address stuff like this. Now, this is an article that was recently published. Now, I've been talking about this for a while. To all the UK boys out there, you know I've been talking about it. Now, this article here I thought was interesting, right? Because, first and foremost, let's just come up here and just look at how it's written. Millions of dollars under the table. Daniel Kinahan's backroom role in boxing. Court filings cast new light on Irish crime bosses' dealings with big promoters and relationships with champion Tyson Fury. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, I've been saying this and I'm going to keep saying it. I think there was some foul play. Now, when you go and read through the article, which you feel free to do that, it talks about how Daniel Kinahan was the beneficiary of a secret deal. A secret deal. What are we talking about? Why is the deal a secret if it's legit, if it's legal, if there's no foul play, if no one's taking it to the goddamn stupid? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I believe there was foul play. I ain't out here trying to keep secrets if I'm out here doing the right thing. Millions of dollars under the table from a leading U.S. boxing promoter, according to California court filings that purport to cast new light on Kinahan's close relationship with champion fighter Tyson Fury. Now, I've talked about it before, but a lot of y'all are just not trying to get up to speed on it. Now, what happened is Kinahan provided a personal guarantee for Fury's fees, right? When he was poached. See, they wrote this all fucked up. Kinahan is alleged to have provided. You see, this shit is written fucked up. I thought it was me. Kinahan is alleged to have provided a personal guarantee for Fury's fees when was he poached. You see, who the fuck wrote this? I thought it was me for a second. That's so good. Well, now we know it's not Hood Champion taken to the stupid. It's whoever wrote this fucking article. But anyway, Kinahan's alleged to have given a guaranteed fee to Fury when he was poached in February 2019. Looks like that should have been approached in 2019 by U.S. promoter Top Rank from rival promoter Frank Warren's Queensberry Promotions. The deal was struck after Top Rank's agent, William Keane, spent 2 weeks in Dubai courting Kinahan and Fury, who was being advised by Kinahan. Mr. Keane says he ran up more than $27,000 in expenses in that fortnight, that 2 weeks. Personal guarantee, okay. Keane has issued a lawsuit against Top Rank, claiming more than $25 million in unpaid fees. He claims Top Rank asked him to hire Fury because the business needed a star fighter to drive ratings under its deal with Walt Disney-owned cable sports broadcaster ESPN. Kinahan stepped forward to guarantee Fury's fees to $25 million after a fighter questioned Top Rank's ability to pay the lawsuit. After Tyson Fury questioned Top Rank's ability to pay the lawsuit. Keane knew he had only one option. He had to turn to Kinahan for help. He did, and Kinahan offered to personally guarantee Fury's contract. Kinahan's personal guarantee was sufficient for Fury. 1 month later, Kinahan himself is alleged to have been engaged as an international consultant by top-ranked President Todd DeBuff. Mr. King claims Mr. DeBuff turned to Kinahan because he was concerned that mixed martial arts promoter, UFC. Yeah, the guy who wrote this, I got to question this motherfucker because he can't write. Could hinder Top Rank by winning a boxing deal for itself from ESPN. Kinahan's role was to help orchestrate Top Rank's strategic move into foreign markets. Still, the Kinahan argument was to be shielded from DeBuff. DeBuff's stepfather and Top Rank founder Bob Arum. Mr. Arum is a legendary veteran of boxing. Muhammad Ali's promoter, okay. Concerned Arum would overrule him if he found out. DeBuff decided to pay Kinahan millions of dollars for his exclusivity to Top Rank under the table without Arum's knowledge or consent, said the lawsuit. Everything about this shit just sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? The whole thing. Now, I'll let y'all go read the rest. But what is Tyson Fury being mixed up with a Irish mob boss? You know what I'm saying? Now, the rest of this article is interesting. I'm just not going to kill y'all with me reading this whole... First, it's poorly fucking written. And I'm not going to kill y'all with me sitting here reading this horribly written fucking article. But what I'll tell you is, when it comes to this guy right here, Deontay Wilder. Is Deontay Wilder finally looking good? Now, Hood Champion been telling you, right? There's no evidence, right? I always say that. There's no evidence, no verified evidence anyway, that proves Tyson Fury cheated in those fights. But from where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay? And there's nothing out there that's saying, when it comes to Deontay Wilder's specific allegations that Tyson Fury cheated, have been confirmed. But what does exist is documented connections between boxing and Kinahan. Hey, so for those y'all out there in the UK, this is bullshit, I don't know. This is bullshit, you're making things up. Hood Champion, here you go again, you there. We don't want to hear this. Me. I didn't want to wake up this morning and hear this. Man, get out of here with that bullshit. Even y'all in the UK know there's some bullshit going on here. You guys know that. Hood Champion, I have to say I disagree with you. I think that you are the one not holding your horses and taking it to the stupid. How about this, UK boys? Hey, yo, hold your horses. Stop taking it to the stupid. Y'all know there's some funny business here. Very intelligent people. I got a bunch of cousins out there in Birmingham. They don't even say Birmingham. Cousins, man, that Trini shit. You know what I'm saying? I got cousins in Birmingham. They be laughing. In Birmingham. I know how intelligent the people out there in the UK are. I got family out there. All West Indians got people from the Caribbean got family in the UK. So don't come out here with this bullshit like y'all out here and you can't see what the blind man's seeing. Documented connections between boxing and Kinahan, lawsuits, payments, and controversy involving promoters. A massive credibility crisis in boxing governance. So what we talking about? You're acting like there couldn't possibly have been some corruption there, which gave Tyson Fury the latitude, man, to maybe come out victorious by doing some shady shit behind the scenes and in the ring. So I'm not going to try to push claims as facts here. It's just a conversation. But let's talk about what's proven, what's alleged, and what this means for Wilder's narrative, right? Because that's what's the most important here. Deontay Wilder and his narrative, because everybody got him looking crazy. He out there doing interviews talking about, you know, you and your white privilege and me as the black man and you ain't lived like me and I bust nuts on my girlfriend's belly and cause I'm smart. Cause I'm smart. Bust a good nut on her belly, fold up my towel, and clean her up. Y'all got this man that lost his fucking mind. I like Wilder. But this shit with Tyson Fury messed Deontay Wilder up. And I think that affected his personal life and his personal relationship. I do. Because this right here took a man who had an aura of mystique. And it just destroyed that. And he's sitting here like, ain't no way in the world this man did something to me he's never done before. How? Who, what, when, where, why, how did this shit happen? Now Kinahan's caught. But who is Daniel Kinahan? He was the founder of MTK Global, identified by authorities as a major organized crime figure, arrested recently in Dubai following international efforts. $5 million ransom. They threw out that $5 million reward, 48 hours they had his ass. Now, just hearing that and knowing Tyson Fury is connected to this dude was involved in the Tyson Fury Wilder fights, that don't make you say, okay, well, hold on a second. Now, his role in boxing, he wasn't just around boxing, he was deeply embedded. That's what people don't realize. Even though I've talked about it, people don't realize that. Advised and worked with fighters, including Tyson Fury, Lucky Fury, right? Helped broker major fights, including the proposed Fury and Joshua bout, which a lot of y'all didn't even know about that. He put up the millions of dollars for that shit. But the fight didn't happen because Wilder went through that arbitration and won it so he could fight Tyson Fury a third time. And he built MTK Global into a major management force before it shut down amid the scrutiny with Kinahan's involvement. If he wasn't doing anything shady, why did he shut down MTK Global? Anybody want to explain that one to me? Now with the payments and business dealings, right? This is where things get serious. Now before we get serious, I'm going to get serious when I sip on this coffee. What y'all call that shit in the UK? Coffee? I know y'all drink tea and shit. Y'all drink coffee out there, don't you? Somebody call it a coffee. Some shit. Well, sip some coffee while we talk about Kinahan. Because his ass and Tyson Fury, y'all know there's some shady shit that happened there. Top Rank paid Kinahan millions in consultation fees that were tied to the Tyson Fury fights. Why? Nobody can explain that to me. Big genius Bob Arum, been around the sport forever and a day, paid this man consultation fees. Makes no sense. Reports indicate payments exceeding $1 million a fight. $1 million a fight. This is what Kinahan was getting. Why would Bob Arum pay this man $1 million a fight for Fury to fight Wilder? This man just sitting there chilling, getting money. You know why? You know why? You know why. Don't play stupid, UK boys. The fuck? I know y'all out there, man, you know, loyal and shit. I expect you to be loyal to your boy Tyson Fury, but come on now. If I'm wrong, tell me. Then don't just come out here just talking shit like y'all do. Be very specific. Hood, you're wrong on this point because I know for a fact this. That's what I want to hear from you. If you don't have that, shut the fuck up. And I know you don't have that because you're talking out your ass. I'm giving y'all facts. And I'm trying to solve the who, what, when, where, why, and how. I can't because this shit doesn't make sense. $1 million per fight. And then the lawsuit alleges hidden deals and financial agreements and arrangements involving Fury fights, which have not been disclosed. So there's more shit out there that they can't disclose. More stuff out there about hidden deals and financial arrangements and agreements. I'm not making this up. Now, what's very important is these are documented financial relationships, not rumors. So I want to give y'all that. What I just told y'all, shit is all factual. Okay? So it ain't Hood Champion's opinion. Now, the influence and intimidation concerns. This is where it gets interesting. Journalists covering Kinahan require protection after threats. So it's not uncommon for people to receive threats from Kinahan in boxing and also journalists. The commission, referees, key decision makers, the people who can affect the outcome of a fight. There are allegations that he got to him. people have gone on record and talked about it. So he was out there intimidating the shit out of people to make sure that fights went the way he wanted. And governments publicly warned boxing to cut ties. They said, cut ties with this dude, he's bad medicine. So what this shows is his presence in boxing was controversial at the highest levels. So what we need to understand is boxing had financial ties, advisory relationships, and structural influence connected to a figure widely accused of leading organized crime. That alone creates a trust problem in the sport. Y'all can't disagree with that. If you disagree with that, hold your horses, stop taking it to that goddamn stupid. A trust problem in the sport because you got this guy who's involved with the mob getting paid millions of dollars by Bob Arum for no fucking reason. Just because Bob just like giving money to people, he's all Santa Claus, all ho, ho, ho. He's just old jolly old lad with a fucking sleighing reindeer and Rudolph with your nose so bright. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? The fuck out of here. A trust problem in the sport. And this is who they were working with for the fucking Deontay Wilder fights. Now, does this validate Wilder's claims? Look, Wilder's position, he's long claimed he was wrong in the Fury fights. There were irregularities, right? These claims are widely dismissed by the media, fighters, fans, but not Hood Champion. Now, what changes after Kinahan's arrest? Well, the arrest of Daniel Kinahan changes context, but there's no proof. But what it does do, confirms boxing had serious behind-the-scenes issues, validates concerns about who was involved, how deals were made, lack of transparency, large sums of money going to Kinahan for fights. But what it does not do is prove cheating, right? Because I'm fair in Wilder versus Fury, and it does not confirm Wilder's specific allegations. Now, is Wilder vindicated now? He's partially in perception, but not in evidence. And that's why I said, from where there's smoke, there's fire. We haven't got the fire yet, but we can see the smoke. But we're getting closer to where the smoke's coming from. With Daniel Kinahan being arrested, there's a good chance they can get right there to where the fire is coming from. See the source of fire and say, holy shit, this is what's going on. And this is because people who dismissed all concerns about boxing corruption now have to reconsider. They got to reconsider. But when it comes to Deontay Wilder, his specific claims still lack proof. But people now have to reconsider and say, okay, hold on. The champion was right. There's some smoke here. But you know what? The bigger truth. The situation exposes something way deeper. Boxing has long operated with loose oversight, powerful intermediaries, financial opacity. Kinahan didn't create that system. He fit into it and exploited it. So what happens next? I think there could be some whistleblowers. I think Fury and boxing's future. I think all that needs to be talked about. Now, will Kinahan tell all? Right now, he's denied wrongdoing historically. Right now, extradition and legal process are ongoing. Now, the possibilities, cooperation could expose financial structures, fight negotiations, hidden intermediaries. But no confirmation yet that he'll cooperate. But you just don't know what direction things go, and when they start talking, what will come out. Some people think, oh man, this guy's fighting for his life and his freedom. He's not worried about boxing. That's what I expect you to say, someone here who's down here in the weeds who don't have a fucking dog in the fight and know nothing. When people are sitting there, man, and they start getting that pressure, you'd be surprised the conversation that happen and the shit that comes out to get that heat off their back. But if he's a real one, like the young boys say, he's going to take them shots, man, and go his ass to prison for the rest of his life. But if not, he's going to be like, fuck this, rest of my life versus doing 20 years. Just give up somebody like Tyson Fury and Bob Arum and them. Well, he's going to talk. He's going to sing. Yeah, he's going to sing. For real. He's going to get R&B on their ass. I'm going to call him Daniel R. Kelly Kinahan. Because he's going to be singing this shit. Now, these things about lawsuits and explosive claims, look, there are already serious allegations. Lawsuits claim hidden deals with Kinahan payment tied to Tyson Fury fights, efforts to conceal involvement from broadcasters. That shit is crazy. That's significant, but still, allegations has not been proven in court. Now, as far as Tyson Lucky Fury, I beat him fair and square. Deontay Wilder doesn't want to give me my credit. Let me give you the facts. Tyson Fury had past adversary advisory ties to Kinahan. Later distanced himself publicly. There is no proof he engaged in wrongdoing, but his association remains part of the controversy. Now, could a whistleblower emerge? Possible, but not guaranteed. For that to happen, someone with insider knowledge must have evidence, be willing to risk exposure. And if it happens, that's when boxing can face a major scandal wave. So that's what we're sitting back waiting to see. Who's going to be the whistleblower? If a whistleblower is going to surface. But again, it comes back to say, yo, is Wilder about to be proven right? Let's be real, right? Because I'm fair. Not fully, right? But what could happen is the narrative could shift. People are going to say, maybe Wilder wasn't crazy. Boxing had bigger problems than we thought. Now, what won't happen without proof? Official reversal of those Fury wins, recognition of Wilder as wrongly dethroned. So there needs to be proof, and you just got to wait and see what happens. Wilder says he has the facts, he has the proof, so he needs to give it. Somebody need to do something, because we know there's something there. Just haven't quite cracked the code on it, but we know. Probably need to have, it's a 4-digit code. We got 3 of the digits. I say we got 2 of the digits. We just need to figure out them last 2. We're going to blow this shit wide open. So anyway, the situation isn't about one fighter being right. This is about boxing allowed powerful, controversial figures into its core business, and that damages trust and results, negotiations, and governance. So Deontay Wilder, he gains narrative sympathy from a lot of people right now, not factual vindication, but he gets narrative sympathy. Tyson Fury remains officially, hey, look, the legitimate champion. And you can't take that from him, you know what I'm saying? And Daniel Kinahan's arrest could expose more, but it hasn't yet. But most experts feel it's coming. So the real story is bigger than all of them. It's about whether boxing itself can be trusted. And we all know, just from listening to all the facts I gave you and a lot of the other allegations, you know for a fact boxing can't be trusted. And Deontay Wilder, I think, is 100% right. He was done wrong. I believe it 100%. Too much shit going on here. In the breeze.